Up with breaking news out of the Bay Area. These are images from UC Berkeley, right near that campus. A fight broke out near a Turning Point USA event during a protest. You see Berkeley police on hand, somebody with obvious wounds to his forehead being taken away into that Berkeley police vehicle. Two men were seen fighting as a crowd gathered, and then police responded. Over the scene now, you can see those protesters with signs. That's the fight that broke out right there. These images just into our newsroom, and you can see why that man ended up with a bloodied forehead. It looks like more than two people involved. This third person now being part of this melee. And police right there, it seems like they were already on site for the Turning Point USA event. Turning Point USA, we should point out, that was founded by the late conservative influencer Charlie Kirk. If you look at the calendar, today is November 10th. It was 2 months ago today that Charlie Kirk was assassinated live during a streaming event of a Turning Point USA event on a university in Utah. That was 2 months ago today. This is underway, this scene here at UC Berkeley in the Bay Area. Several arrests were made, we're hearing, and that also a stabbing may have occurred. We'll keep you updated with the very latest information out of that fight that broke out in the Bay Area. Developing tonight, this is here in Southern California. An ICE officer caught on camera getting out of the car and pointed a gun at a driver and her passenger in Santa Ana. The video making waves on social media, and tonight we're hearing from DHS and Fullerton Police. Fox 11's Laura Diaz joins us now live from Santa Ana with more on what happened. Laura.
Yes, Marla, it's been nearly 24 hours since that ICE agent pulled out a gun and pointed it at a woman who was following him in a car and filming him the entire way. Now, as you can imagine, she posted this all online. It has received a lot of hits, and people are outraged in this predominantly Latino community of Santa Ana.
The police are not supposed. I'm just driving. You're following me. What the?
Sunday afternoon, just blocks from the county seat in Santa Ana, a private citizen who was following and rolling video on an ICE agent got this response and a gun pulled on her. The location is Shelton and Santa Ana Boulevard. This is the video shot by that woman.
I thought cops are not supposed to collaborate with ICE.
It's just sad. You don't feel safe anymore. You just don't, you know? I just pray for everyone that's going through all that.
You see the agent in the green shirt in plain clothes admonishing the woman who says she's monitoring the agent.
I think she's doing too much rather when she's just getting close to them. I get it if she's like reaching for something. Like, these are guns that they use in the army, you know what I mean? There's no reason for them to point at us like civilians.
Coming back here live, as you can imagine, the federal agencies see it quite differently. We're going to put up a prepared statement from them right now. This is according to Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin. She says, near Santa Ana Boulevard and North Shelton Street, the driver of the white Nissan screamed at an ICE law enforcement officer and attempted to cause a collision. Our officers followed their training and activated emergency lights and exited the vehicle. They identified themselves and ordered the aggressive driver to stop. It's important to note that no shots were fired. I did reach out to both of the police departments that were involved in this. Santa Ana, because it occurred in their city limits, they were able to verify to me over the phone that they believed it did happen here in the area of Santa Ana in the city limits, but they said they never get involved in anything that has to do with those ICE operations, that that's not what they are involved in. They're here to locally police. As far as the Fullerton police officer, it just so happened that he had dropped off somebody to the county jail, which is very near where this interaction took place. He gets the call of an officer in distress. We're talking about the federal officer who said he was in distress. He was concerned for his own safety. So he comes along, he sees what's happening, he starts to intervene, and then when he finds out that indeed it's a federal operation, he stands down. So what I can tell you at this hour is that there was never any kind of a police report filed. Not by Santa Ana PD, not by Fullerton PD, and not by the woman who was in the car rolling the video and then posted it online. I can also tell you here, the numerous people we spoke to, they're very concerned about what they consider to be a ratcheting up of emotion and also just the number of ICE raids in this area. This is the second such raid in a week in Santa Ana in which a gun was pulled on a civilian. In both of those cases, the officers were not in uniform. I'm Laura Diaz reporting live from Santa Ana, sending it back to the studio.
So, Laura, I just want to make clear and make sure I understand this, that both the Fullerton police officer and Santa Ana Police Department, in other words, those departments share the same policy that most other agencies do, and that is to stand down. They will not interfere with federal agents.
Exactly. It's just like what we have with the LAPD. They do not see themselves as an arm of the federal officers. They are here to keep peace in the region. If they get a distress call, they will show up, and that's what they did in this case. But once they realized what was occurring, they left. And so did the woman who was in the car. And again, there was never a police report filed by anybody, Marla.
All right, Laura, thank you for sorting that out for us.